Alright, hey, hi, hello, how's it going guys? My name is ZetaRayZod and welcome back to more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we had just finished off episode 4. It was just a couple of minutes. I mean, if I knew it would have ended so fast, I would have done it in the previous episode, but you know, I mean, right after we finished that, we went straight into episode 3. Which is the Hounds of Baskerville. Basically, kind of start off with Sholmes having kind of a bad day with like playing his violin, because it turns out it's actually a viola, a crappy one at that. So now we're at the pawnbroker where Sholmes has left his violin to kind of like ask him like what happened, and that's why he's aiming a gun at his head. So yeah, let's keep going. Unpublished story. I must know more. Tell me everything. So this is actually because I think Sholmes or the pawnbroker mentioned that there was actually an unpublished manuscript here, which is why Susato's like hyped. Wow, Susato's really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Oh shit, I can't remember the voice I gave him. Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? He's just dabbing himself. Indeed I do, for I'm confident it'll be quite safe here. Like, do they have like the best security measures at pawnbrokers though? And that was that. Like, he just has a locked door and that's it. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? Interesting, wasn't it Lily? No, it was another flower. Iris! I was thinking like, it's gotta be a flower. Well, doesn't Iris write the manuscripts? Why did he hide it? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. Holy shit, it's safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange. Okay. Were they allowed to carry guns back then? Maybe because he's a pawnbroker, so he had right to. I don't know how it works in Great Britain. I wonder, could I ask you something? A gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. What? 6 pence is not a lot. 6 pence is like what? 6 cents? Without wishing to offend, that tone is somewhat dull. It's black. It's in fashion. Sorry? But for your splendid attire, man, 5 guineas no less. Wow. Colors exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Her kimono. Oh my, 50 guineas, you say? Don't do it, Susato. How interesting. What I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of our customers utilize the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportioned loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum plus the agreed interest, the items are happily returned. Okay, yeah, see? So it is kind of like how I know about pawnbrokers, where if you sell something to them, then you can buy it back, but at an interest, you know, agreed interest, because they need to make money too, right? But what happens if they don't pay you the money? And then the items are offered for sale in my shop. Oh wait, actually I think this is how all pawnbrokers work, right? I've never been a pawnbroker, I don't know. As you can see on the shelves behind me. Ah, so you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. With his 6-shooter. Very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. That's true, that's what he was saying. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? Huh. What was that deep sigh about? Does it not work? That sounds like a video camera. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. I actually don't see it. I think it's just for show.
I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. Oh. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary.
Yeah, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look.
So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed, but only becomes between that 30-minute interval.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Yes, thank you, Susato. Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Then what if the incident would occur between times?
One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely you're anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but two cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Oh dear. That makes sense. Cost of like photographic prints back then is pretty expensive. Before everything got digitalized, I mean. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? Like back in the day, just so for you like, you know, Gen Zs and all like the tech-born PPs. Like back in the day, you know, those Polaroids that like such a hipster thing right now, those were like the norm back then. In fact, they weren't even, I think those were pretty expensive back in the day as well, but it's more of like you take a picture and then the film actually goes back to the shop and they develop it for you. So, you know, it was a long process. It's not like now where you just take a photo on your camera and you can upload it. Wow. I feel so old. My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Damn himself. Do you have his violin, though? Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. That Stradivarius is red, Sholmes. How can you not have noticed? Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. Poor guy. I really think you gotta stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. The safety is off as well. Like, he has the pin pulled. Jesus. That's not really what I meant. Can you like unpin that shit, man? That's dangerous. He's got his finger in the trigger as well. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. Dangerous shit, man.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last.
Alright, she wants to explore, let's explore. Let's look at the magazines. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. What? Why are we investigating? Oh, there's the gun.
Look at that enormous ledger open in the counter there.
Mr. Windybank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. The gun. This revolver here. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. Huh? I assure you, Mr. Windenbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon of a speed belying his portly size.
Oh, you don't mean he...
Blow his brains out? Indeed. That's not what I expect at all. I thought he's gonna use it to like shoot the intruder, but no. If someone steals his shit, he's gonna kill himself. Oh my god.
Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it?
Poor guy. There seems to be a little door hidden behind the curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windenbank keeps articles that are currently in pawn.
Ah, I see.
So those are the items that he's holding on to, the 2-month grace period that he's giving. There's nothing particularly interesting inside. Certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windenbank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I'm a detective, sir. It's my business to know what others do not. I'm frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Me too. I just keep useless information in my head. But it's interesting. It probably just like he's asleep at home, Sholmes just like looking through his window.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder.
And the prime suspect, this pawnbroker he's ever burgled.
Ooh, clock. Look at this. What could this lovely big shiny box be?
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Oh my. Yes, but I certainly have seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while? Oh, excuse me, my nose is blocked.
Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. Holy cow.
My goodness, what a simply delightful machine.
So it's like the ancestor of the vinyl record. I would say ancestor, more like the dad. It's not that far off, actually. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone. Gramophone, there you go. Vinyl records.
Huh. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
Yes, it does. How about this? Let's look at the knickknacks over here.
What assortment of things there are in the shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially pop, an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in the shop for sale, at a price of his choosing. Oh yeah, now you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Change is something new, man. I think that's everything, right? Okay, wait, let's move. Ooh, what is this? Is that a radio?
Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. A what?
Fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
What is it, though? Stereoscope? Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today.
Alright then, I'm gonna try it.
see?
Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once.
Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed? Like I'm trying to look at my own nose? Okay. What is... Uh-huh. What the... I don't believe it. I think you gotta be cross-eyed. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you can reach out and touch it. Yep, it's really cross-eyed, because I think that's the little differences between two images, so when you cross your eyes, it kind of connects them together, but the little differences you can kind of see here, like, not in 2D, more like a sense of depth, yeah. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
There's no magic right here, madam. It is, well, science. Far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day.
Oh.
Huh. What else? April. April 15. Is it April 15? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15 April. Today's date. Yeah, today's 15 April. Yes, it's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. A perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period is passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. Something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
Because he makes money! Anything else? Oh wait, what's this?
3 globes of gold.
Oh, it's outside. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before? No, never. 3 golden balls are, in Great Britain at least, the universal sign of a pawnbrokery. There are more than 700 such establishments in the capital, all showing the same sign. Oh, you see. I had not imagined your interest was so profound.
Oh, well, what is the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Does it have some special meaning?
Does it? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't been a pawnbroker. I don't know if they use the symbol or not. Listen, that is entirely unimportant here, madam. Dear madam. Irrelevant, even. You mean you don't know? I think I have seen everything. So I guess we're done. So let's go back to Shoal Suite then. Right? Huh. Kind of seems like this. I'm not done yet. Oh, I feel we need to spend a little more time here investigating. Am I missing something? I kind of feel like I've seen everything. Right? Yeah, I can't talk to the guy anymore, so maybe I'm missing something. Ah! What the heck is that?
Look at this! Whatever could it be used for?
I have no idea.
Ah,
I'm sure Sholmes would know, right?
there's a small catch just here, look.
Open it! We're gonna open it, aren't we? It's a bomb. What is that?
Oh my, that's amazing! It's some sort of spring-loaded mechanism.
Which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? That's nothing? No, nothing at all. It's just like hide it, pushes it away. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Have I?
What? Only a tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it.
The article's barely worth a penny. Oh wait, the article's barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot afford more. I think I know who it is. Sometimes there's an argument brewing up by the counter. It's gotta be Lestrade. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. I knew it! Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her.
Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilton's trial 2 months ago.
Crap, what voice did I give her? I gave her a Boston accent now. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's the chancer, earns her crust among the large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Wait, I gave an Irish accent, did I? Or something? Hello, Gina. Fancy seeing you again. Gordon Bennett, you lot.
Hello, Mrs. Stride. I hope you've been well.
Why does she still have the gun? Eh? What? You remember me then, you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? That's Australian accent.
Down and out, like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come and pop that black weasel. Sorry, cold, have ya?
Nah. Damn, I can't remember. I gave an Irish accent, didn't I? What is it about this black people that makes every comment? Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. How the other one? I don't need no help. Help from some stuck-up D. Get on my business, go on, I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? What is that? And you, go on, leave me alone.
Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. I shan't be offended in the slightest.
Sounds like I can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Oh boy, it's all over the place, I'm sorry. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow I didn't really think you were the sort of person who used a pawnbroker, Mrs. Stride. Yeah, well I am alright. I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. Not a problem, is it? Oh, no, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Did you? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines, yeah. Is it not? Do you not nick that?
You're not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes.
You're not gonna deny it either, Mr. Lestrade.
Well, not this time, alright? I swear, this thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this.
What is that thing, sir?
That looks like a playing thing, you know? Because the dots at the top. It plays music.
Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
This is a music disc. Told you. You see? For use inside a music box. In a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You start not too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I just never seen one of these discs before. That's the small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible. Tell us what tune is on this disc.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music boxes. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lead forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me that he said it was, well, He? Who? Never you mind, it's just 8 of 8, that's all. That is worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ah. Gino Lestrade. She's been in before, of course, this little tatterdemalion. I see. And brought some dubious articles or other for every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc you brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, Mr. Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff wanting me stored in. Alright, yeah. That's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but if she gave me the ticket for it and you paid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article?
Do you tell us, Mr. Windybank? Oh, that's a bit nosy. The little scamp is wearing it now. The coat? It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What's wrong with it? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. Suspicious.
So what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. The girl and I can agree a price. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned her care as I'd understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to start a lady?
Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly then.
And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. It's all rather suspicious. Okay, I think I'm beginning to see what's going on. She stole the coat, number one. And I guess she bumped into the guy she stole it from along the way, and the guy kind of said like, whatever's in the pocket is valuable, which is why she said it is worth a lot of money. Ah. Give it up, I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would.
Mr. Lestrade, may I ask you to deposit the coat here in the first place?
Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man, it's me old man's, ain't it?
Is it, Mr. Lestrade?
Yeah, this is definitely all rather suspicious. I don't think it's hers. Out of my way, please. Who's this? Oh, out of my way, please. He's a picture postcard English gentleman. Wow. Good day to you, ladies. Gentlemen. Good day to you, ladies. Gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There's no problem. I don't know what voice to get. There's no problem. As long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl. For hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Hey? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Did you steal the coat from this guy? You have the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my.
Now that's a lie! What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel, and needless to say... Everybody's so dramatic. Any music box discs too. No, you can't have it. It's just, you just can't. That's me old man's, or it was, now it's mine.
Goodness, Miss Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation.
Yeah. I think perhaps you should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. First, gentleman's accusation.
Mr. Strahd, is what the gentleman is saying.
What do you think? It's all lies, innit? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. But let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. I'm inclined to believe her, number one, because the overcoat that she's wearing looks kind of cheap. I doubt this man would own such a jacket, you know what I mean? It's barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street minding my own business when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Jesus. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Mr. Strahd. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think that's me? Just look at this dandy curve and you think I'm the dodgy one. I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. When I see evidence I've stolen something, huh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I've evidence, naturally. You what? What's the evidence?
Evidence that the article Mr. Strahd redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course, we need only consult Mr. Winniebank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Yeah, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh.
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain anonymity.
Yeah, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to a person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. It's kind of like a safe word, right? So, about these watchwords, Mr. Winniebank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mrs. Sholmes now, was it? He's still there. Is this guy's safe word is Professor? Is he Professor James Moriarty? Sherlock Holmes' great nemesis?
Great detectives with no dark secrets, none at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. If that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the... Oh, and if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir. Yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Ugh. Now what? Oh, we can examine the man. Picture post... Oh shit, sorry. Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh, yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live from some fiery brown colored soap, dressed up with exotic spices. What? You might be thinking of somewhere else. What was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. In Japanese culture, you do that too. Of course, yes, I'm Mirosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really.
My name is Sato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Benedict. Eggs Benedict, huh? Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Eggert Benedict. Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Every breath he takes, I'll be watching you. Is that a... Actually, is that an Easter egg from the song? Oh. That looks pretty okay on him too, actually. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Miss Eggert Benedict, sir. So dramatic. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here's a disc for you. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. Check the box, bro. So, Guttling, hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. But wait a minute, that disc is mine. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal.
Oh my, yeah, there's blood on the disc.
It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, I belong to me old man. So you're not having it. Oh, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? Music box. Okay. You there, in the black livery, hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Miss Sherlock Holmes. Sholmes. Actually, you know what? I think I'll leave this episode here. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but I think it's a good place to leave it off. So in the next episode, we can focus more on what Sholmes would have to say about who's the rightful owner. I'm not sure who it is, to be honest. I think neither of them own it, but she kind of seems determined to have it, so I'm not sure why. But you know what? I guess we'll find out. I'm still not sure how this is the Hounds of Baskerville. Maybe it's a different variation of it, but we'll see what happens. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!